Welcome back to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. Today we're going to be working on this 1976 Gravely 526. It has an 8 horsepower Kohler. It is an original paint tractor. It still has a dealer sticker, or what's left of it. I bought this tractor this morning and that tractor from the scrapyard. Someone had scrapped them, probably separately. That one has been at the scrapyard for years. This one, I don't know how long it's been there. That one's locked up. We're not worried about it right now. Main focus is this one. I want to try and get this tractor running and use it. You see it's got a brush hog on the front, and those are pretty handy. It's got duals on it, one tire chain. All the tires are backwards on this one, so we'll address that later. Here's the big issue. I'm hoping whatever the issue is in the transmission, like something's engaged. But we got to figure out what's stopping it. The nut jobs at the scrap yard cut the wiring harness out of it. So we will have to do some redneck wiring to get this thing going. They also probably used their grapple to pick it off the trailer and bent the stuffing out of this. Otherwise that'd probably be in pretty good shape too. Does have engine oil in it, albeit very black and old. But nothing's going to work if we do not get this thing spinning over freely. So that's the first thing we got to do. Alright, it got dark out. I did pull this cover off while talking to a friend. That was our issue. I'll insert some pictures here, as you're seeing, of what it did look like, but it now turns over. It has compression, not a lot of it, but it has some. I don't want to turn it over a whole lot though, because that looks brand new. So first step, I think, is going to be get that carb pulled off of there, so we're not sucking any garbage in. And we'll get that cleaned up a little bit, figure out an air filter setup, because I don't think I have a filter that'll fit in that. And I do want to get this running tonight, maybe use it tomorrow. So let's get the carb off, get a filter set up, figured out, and go from there. Then we'll start doing some wiring. This harness is junk. We're just going to do a simple wire job on it just to get it running temporarily. I guess while I have that cover off, I should probably try and splice into these since the scrapyard cut them off. But let's get to it. That's what you like to see. Well, that's always good. The valves is not moving. Alright, y'all. It's the next morning. I rebuilt the carb last night, but this intake valve was stuck. It looks like it is still going to be stuck, but let's spin the engine over. Yep, still stuck open. Need to get that thing to break free or we're never going to get this thing to run. I'm really trying to avoid taking the head off. I'm going to keep soaking it the rest of today. A while. I just reached in here with a pair of needle nose. Popped it down, and it seems to be working just fine now. So, now I get to do some wiring. I think, by the looks of this wiring harness, I'm just going to splice it all back together, use a different key switch because that was junk, and give her a full tune-up while I'm after it, and I think we'll be alright. Alright, you guys just saw me put the wiring harness back in, kind of put it together. I'm going to hook up a battery now, and we're going to do some probing for power. I want to know how I need to hook up the new key switch. Alright, sorry if you can't hear me. It has decided that it wants to rain on our parade outside. And of course, this barn has a tin roof, so I've got the spark tester light in line. Got the key switch in. It's not real tight. I want to be able to turn it. And if we have spark. Uh-oh. No. I guess it's test light time. New solenoid installed. Well, it's used. I'm hoping it works, but we'll find out. Moment of truth. Please work. No spark. Alright, fix the points issue. See if we have spark now. Well, I have spark, but not when I'm turning it over. So I guess what I need to do is now see if that's a key switch issue, which it probably is. Alright, we've got a new fuel line, fuel filter and shut off. Let's see if we can get it started. wanted it. I think it's working through it. Come Well, as y'all just saw, she runs, she drives. She is loud, that's why I was wearing them headphones. The muffler is loose, and I tried to tighten it, and those bolts are just going to break right off. So I'm just going to wear headphones or earbuds and listen to music when I run this thing until I get up the ambition to actually fight with those. So, we now need to change the oil. It's good and hot. And then we can actually go out and play with it. We also need to get the throttle fixed, because, that's really handy. That was the only throttle we have. So, yeah. But she does run. Oop, the throttle just moved and went wide opener. Well, let's get the oil drained out of this thing and get fresh engine oil in her. Great, y'all. It's about 9 o'clock. I'm gonna call it a night. I need to buy a choke and throttle cable for this. These ones are not going to come loose, it appears. Been soaking them a while. This one's just broke. I did not do this, scrapyard did. So I need to find a choke cable, throttle cable. I need to buy a key switch because besides not having spark during cranking, key just like comes out no matter which position the key switch is in, and that's not going to work. I did notice once when I pushed the clutch all the way forward and locked it in, it seemed to disengage. I think I need to tighten it up some more because there's not much there when I engage it. Other than that, she's all changed fluid wise. Got new oil in it, put 1540 Rotella in her. Put a new air filter in it when we got it running. Full of oil in the tranny. It was out, almost out. It was real low. So, yeah, we are getting right along. I do need to do some wiring and fix the choke and throttle. I'm going to have to replace the voltage regulator. I'm sure that it is bad. And I'll have to hook up the stator. 2 wires for it are just chilling here. I didn't hook them up. This is the plug where they're supposed to go. So I'm going to have to get that taken care of. I need to do some research. See if this is a 10 amp or a 15 amp system. Know what voltage regulator to buy. And then this thing will be ready to use. Pretty happy with this thing. I bought it from the scrapyard, like I said in the beginning of the video, and I'm now able to start it and drive it. But I am going to go hunt for some parts, and I'll bring you guys right back. Alright guys, I got the throttle cable fixed. Temporarily fixed, put it that way. It works. I got a temporary choke rigged up. It works-ish. All the fluids changed, everything's serviced up. Doesn't charge the battery, but we're going to ignore that for now. And we're going to take it out and do some mowing with it. y'all, that's going to end today's video. As you can see, it does run and drive. That was the purpose and goal of this video. I'm kind of out of space. I just picked that up today. I'll have to do some organizing. But it does run. Found out why it was in the scrapyard. The forward clutch is kind of goofy. And the governor. I don't know if you could tell from the video of mowing. I was holding the throttle open and it kept throttling up and down and all over. Didn't have no power, so it needs a new governor. And other than that, I mean, you see it's running, no smoke. It runs pretty good. It can be used the way it is. It's just not going to be as nice. So, if you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button. And if you haven't already, please consider subscribing. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will catch you on the next one.